here at Mark Berg's Attic Tackle to do a bit of shopping. On my Instagram, if you're interested, there's a reel that shows you walking into the store, introducing myself, etc. And now I guess we've been the kid in the candy store, and we're looking at all the stuff that we've purchased over the last hour or so. So I'm going to start left to right, and we're going to have a look at all the gear that we've bought from Mark Berg's Attic Tackle, and be interested in your comments and thoughts as we go through. So the first thing, and I've been thinking about this for a little bit, so I thought I would grab some, is the Gamoku jigs. I've got them in a couple of colours from stormlures.com, and the reason I got these was because I wouldn't mind try slow pitch jigging off the beach and see what we might be able to get. I'm planning on some more videos down southeast, down the Coorong, Salt Creek, etc. this summer. So thought I'd also give these a bit of a crack because, who knows what they might bring off a beach with some deep gutters. I've also been getting into my hard body lures lately. You would have seen my video, cavity fishing lures with the salmon off the rocks down on York Peninsula. I have picked up I'm not sure what brand it is as such, Whipper Snipper 80, which has a 3 to 5 foot swimming depth in the sort of natural silver pilchardy colour, I guess. So that'll be a bit interesting. You know, as we know as fishermen, a lot of this stuff is just what catches your eye and what gets you excited. Up next, we've got some Berkley products. So some of these were in the discount clearance bin, but I decided to get 3 of these Vibe 60 millimeter sinking Vibes. So we've got the one there, what's that, in the emerald shiner. We've then got the perch, which is, I believe, they've all got rattles in them. So the perch color, the perch color in the rattle, and also the Maverick, which is like a dark, almost black reddy color, or quite reddy under the gills. So that was in the 60 millimeter Vibes. And then I've never fished with one of these, and I'm so looking forward to giving them a go. We've got the Bender 76 bent minnow. It's 76 mil, obviously, 4.4 grams. It's top surface, 0.2 of a meter. So yeah, that's a surface lure. Looks pretty good. I don't even know, maybe even if a whiting might go for that on the flats. Obviously flathead, etc. Possibly salmon as well. So always love trying the surface lures. As we know as fishermen, it's pretty exciting to try a surface lure from time to time and get that top water hit. Then I guess we move on to maybe a little bit just boring stuff, which I won't hang around. Size 8 little hooks from Black Magic. As you know, catch a lot of Tommies and stuff. A few little swivels. Stick with me though, there's some more interesting stuff and some split shots. Boring terminal tackle. Then we move on to Rapala. So I got the Ripstop deep diving, fast ripping minnow. So I think really off the jetties and stuff, I want to make sure that I can get a bit more depth with some of my hard bodies. So this one's in the minnow, and hoping to catch something with this. We've then got the slow sinking SDR07, which is, I think it's a 67 centimeter. So yeah, 2-inch swim depth. And hopefully that looks like quite a nice natural sort of pilchardy sort of colour as well. Soft plastics from Rapala. I've got some of their imposters. This time I've gone for some of the Suspect, which are a 3-inch, I think, 2.75 inch paddle tail. Quite a natural sort of colour, if you can see that. So yeah, they'll add to my many packets of paddle tails that I've got. Moving through from there, I hadn't come across these in my usual stores, but had seen them being used, especially I think Ozlife Andy was using a lot of these for action with Mulloway and so forth. So the BKK size 3 and 4 hooks for when we start heading down to the southeast and Coorong, etc., for some mulloway. Lucky Craft USA, another hard body, deep diving. This is their MH Ghost Sayori, slow suspend. It's again, I wanted something a bit deeper diving, so it's 9 to 10 foot deep dive. And we're still going, guys. Almost out of breath. I'm a big fan of these Ridgeback Nomad by Design Ridgeback salmon lures, or metal slug lures. I've actually lost about 3 of them, so I had to restock back up. One got pulled off on a beach at Warrnambool in the southeast, and I've lost a couple of others. So they cast like an absolute bullet. They say they are a long cast, but I can absolutely say that that's the case. Moving on, you've seen me probably wearing these Shimano sun protective gloves. The ones I've got, they're a bit like a golf club, I guess. They only last so long, so they're probably 12, 18 months old now, and they're getting quite a bit tatty around the fingers, mainly because I get hooked up so much on these tiny little hooks and I just rip them out. So got a new pair of gloves. We'll have a look. Also got us some Nomads vibes, the Max 75, 75 mil, 3 inch, 11 gram weight, 15 to 50 feet, 15 meter depth, fast sinking, and obviously vibe, so just lift them back up. So hoping that off the jetties and stuff we might be able to get some of those interesting fish. My daughter Matilda loves all the pink tackle, so made sure I got one in pink for her. Moving on, we also got some Squid Treks. Been around for a while. I've never tried them. Again, I'm thinking of some of the deeper jetties, maybe if there's kingfish around and things like that, Port Hughes, etc., that we might get some hookups on some fun kingfish with the Squid Treks. Just got to get them out from the pylons. We're nearly there, guys. Back to some soft plastic. So again, for my daughter Matilda, we got some awesome little pink paddle tails, and also got them in a more natural money color as well. Again, adding to that big box of soft plastics I have at home, trying to get more and more successful with them. With all the hard bodies and that I'm buying, I got the TT foam inserts to start organising them, I guess, a bit better, because they're currently sitting in just a normal tackle box with the compartments, and all the trebles get caught up when there's more than one in each compartment. And I guess something a little bit fun as well, this is the first thing I picked up that caught my eye upstairs at Mark Begg's Attic Tackle, was the Venom V-Swim 90 flutter slow sinking hard body, and that's 90 mil, and that's very much in a mackerel type colour, so I think that'll go quite well, again off the deeper jetties and that in South Australia, where you get the mackerels hanging around off the end of the jetty. So that's it, guys. Absolutely fantastic to be here at Mark Begg's Attic Tackle. Spent an absolute fortune.